The sun beat down on the bustling streets of Ho Chi Minh City as John, a Vietnam War veteran, arrived in the country for the first time in over 4 decades. He had been drafted into the military at a young age and had fought in the war, witnessing the horrors and trauma that came with it. John had never intended to return to Vietnam, but he had received a letter from a woman named Mai, claiming that he was the father of her daughter, Nu. Mai had been John's girlfriend during the war, but they had lost touch after he returned to the United States. John was shocked by the news. He had never known that he had a daughter and couldn't believe that he had been living his life without knowing about her. He set out to find Mai and Nu, desperate to connect with the family he never knew he had. As he walked through the streets, he was struck by how much the country had changed since the war. The people were friendly, the cities were bustling, and the scars of the war were fading away. After a few days of searching, John finally found Mai and Nu in a small village on the outskirts of Ho Chi Minh City. He was nervous as he approached them, unsure of how they would react to seeing him after all these years. To his surprise, Mai welcomed him with open arms, grateful to see him after all these years. Nu, however, was hesitant, unsure of who this stranger was. Over the next few days, John spent time with Mai and Nu, trying to get to know them and build a relationship. He learned that Nu was a talented musician, and he was amazed by her talent and passion. As he bonded with his daughter, John was filled with regret for the time he had lost. He realized that he had missed out on so much of her life and that there was no way to make up for it. However, he was determined to make the most of the time he had left. He spent the rest of his trip exploring the country with Mai and Nu, experiencing the beauty and culture of Vietnam. When it was time to return to the United States, John was filled with a sense of sadness and longing. He knew that he would miss Mai and Nu terribly, and that he had a lot of work to do to build a relationship with his daughter. But he was grateful for the experience, knowing that he had found something he never knew he was missing: a family. He returned home with a newfound appreciation for the importance of family and the power of love to transcend time and distance.